and living guide. Happy Cow.
Hi, my name is Ken Spector with HappyCow. I'm here in Las Vegas, Nevada at the Health, Healing, and Happiness Expo. And I am here with Dr. Joel Fuhrman, and he is a physician, a nutritional researcher, and an author. Nice to meet you, Dr. Fuhrman.
My pleasure.
What would you say are the top reasons for choosing a vegan diet over a meat diet?
Well, number one, we're talking here about the protective effects of natural plant foods. And as you put more processed foods in the diet and more animal products in the diet, it crowds out, so you can't fit all the calories you should be eating from natural plant foods, number one, and because they don't contain phytochemicals and antioxidants. But then there's some factors in meat itself that can accelerate an earlier death. And one factor, we can talk about many of those, one factor is called IGF-1, or insulin-like growth factor 1, which is a growth-promoting hormone, that in excess, if that hormone is driven too high, it can promote growth, cell growth, and we don't want to promote cell growth as adults. For example, a recent study followed 6,000 people for 18 years, and they found that those in the highest grouping of meat consumption, which was about 30% of calories from animal products in general, and that's the approximate amount of animal products Americans are eating right now, is about 30%. Mm-hmm. So in that grouping, between the 50 and 65 age range, followed for 18 years, so that means they were into their 70s, they were followed, these people in the 70s, they had a 4-fold increased risk of cancer and a 75% increased risk of early death compared to those who were eating eating about 7.5% or less of animal products. So 7.5% or less compared to 30% or more. Difference in death rate, about 400%. We're talking about tremendous difference in death rate. And we're seeing that not in one study, but in multiple studies, whether they're studying cancer, whether they're studying heart disease. The bottom line is that the epidemiologic evidence and the clinical evidence shows that diets that are higher in animal products accelerate earlier death. And we put that into the societal, where we are today in the society, where the most popular diets, like the paleo diet, the Atkins diet, the Dukan diet, the South Beach diet, these diets don't have 30% of calories from animal products. They're up to like 40 to 70%. They're even higher in animal products. Mm-hmm. So we're talking here about that I would say that there's no controversy in the nutritional science community among non-biased nutritional researchers that Americans have to eat dramatically less amount of animal products. There might be a controversy whether a small amount is good or bad, or how much that small amount that's safe. But we know that Americans are eating 30%, and they have to drop that by a huge amount. We know for a fact that eating processed and highly refined carbohydrates like sugar and white flour are not just causing weight gain and diabetes, but they cause cancer. Mm. We know when you eat a bagel, when you eat ripe bread, when you're eating that cookie, that cake, you're eating cancer-causing food. You might just be snorting cocaine. They're dangerous foods. And we know that Americans are eating not enough natural plant produce, whole natural plant foods.
Mm-hmm. What are 5 things that vegans can do to increase or improve their health?
I have a mantra. And I want people to memorize this, and I want them to write it down on a card and put it right on the refrigerator with tape or something.